I'm starting out with slicing up some sun-dried tomatoes. This is not actually part of any recipe, but I decided to do a little experiment and mix these in with the meat. They actually come from Dollar Tree, so it seems to me like it comes out a lot cheaper than most places that sell sun-dried tomatoes, which can get pretty expensive. Because this cutting board and knife are Parev, I'm at the same time going to slice in half these large pita breads, which I will later fill with the meat mixture, but I just don't want to do that at the same time because then my cutting board and knife will no longer be Parev since it will come into contact with the meat. In this bag, I placed my sliced up sun-dried tomatoes, about 1.5 pounds of ground beef, 1.5 pounds to 2 pounds of ground chicken, and I'm mixing it this way just so that I don't have to touch it more than necessary. You can add really any spices that you want. You can add some breadcrumbs or an egg or onions, but kosher meat tends to come a little bit salted, and I like to eat these by dipping them in sauce anyway, so I'm leaving it with just these 3 items, after which I will stuff it raw in this state into those pitas and bake them. I have all of my pitas lined up in a pan, and I scooped out a handful approximately of meat. It's really up to you whether you want to stuff them really full or keep them kind of flat. You just want to make sure to get the meat deep inside of the pocket, and then to squeeze it shut so that the meat will be touching both sides of the pita as it bakes, and this will help part of it will be crispy and the meat will be soft. And I like to bake these uncovered so that they get nice and crispy. The more fat there is in the meat that you use, the crispier they will be, but you can always spray the top with cooking oil spray in order to get them to be more crispy if you like it that way.